Hello Cowboys Nation. Here's another round of Dallas Cowboys news. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like it so you don't have to. Dallas Cowboys, Jaylon Smith, former second-round pick, has a new home in the NFL where he can revitalize his career. The Dallas Cowboys have solidified their position in the NFL playoffs, while the Pittsburgh Steelers are still fighting for one of the coveted AFC wildcard spots. Dan Quinn has assembled one of the league's best defenses in Dallas. After 16 weeks, the Cowboys boast the 7th-ranked defense in the NFL, allowing just under 300 yards per game to their opponents so far. Although the Pittsburgh Steelers have had most of their struggles on the offensive side of the ball and eventually parted ways with offensive coordinator Matt Canada, they showed life in their surprise win over the Cincinnati Bengals on Saturday to keep their playoff hopes alive. Surprisingly, with a defensive roster loaded with talent like T.J. Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick and their first-round selection in the 2023 NFL Draft, Joey Porter Jr. The Steelers have struggled defensively at times and currently rank 21st in the NFL, allowing 348 yards per game. The positive? Pittsburgh has played its best defense when it matters most, allowing just 29 opponent touchdowns this season. Only 5 other NFL teams have allowed fewer in 2023. Pittsburgh Steelers signed Jaylon Smith, ex-Dallas Cowboys. As Mike Tomlin and company try to advance in the playoffs, they've added a potential game-changer on defense, according to reports on Tuesday night. According to his agent, Jaylon Smith has signed a deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers and could be a valuable piece for a defense that needs pass rush help to complement T.J. Watt. Although he was considered a gamble at the time, the Dallas Cowboys drafted the former Notre Dame star with the 34th overall pick in the 2016 NFL Draft. Smith was recovering from a serious knee injury and didn't take the field in his first season in the league. But in 2017, Jaylon Smith was fully healthy and began to show his potential. Smith finished his second NFL season in 2017 with 81 combined tackles, 50 solo, 2 pass deflections, 2 forced fumbles and a sack in 16 games and 6 starts. Smith proved he can be a game-breaker. In 2018, Smith finally showed the NFL world what he was really capable of when he was fully healthy. Smith finished with 4 sacks, 121 total tackles, 4 passes defended and 2 forced fumbles. He was ranked 61st by his fellow players in the 2019 NFL Top 100 Players. His production in 2018 earned the versatile linebacker a 5-year, $64 million contract extension with the Dallas Cowboys, with $35.5 million guaranteed, keeping him under contract until the 2024 season. He finished the 2019 campaign with 2.5 sacks, 142 total tackles, 1 interception, 9 passes defended and 2 forced fumbles. He was ranked 88th by his fellow players in the NFL Top 100 Players of 2020. Jaylon Smith had another productive season in 2020, finishing the year with 1.5 sacks, 145 total tackles, 1 interception and 5 passes defended. On October 5, 2021, the Cowboys waived Smith after he refused to waive his 2022 contractual injury guarantee clause to protect the team from a possible $9.2 million payout, and after he was overtaken on the depth chart by rookie Micah Parsons and veteran Keanu Neal. He appeared in 4 games with 2 starts during the season. He finished his career with the Dallas Cowboys with 68 games, 516 tackles, 20 for loss, 9 sacks, 2 interceptions, 6 forced fumbles and 5 fumble recoveries, including 1 return for a touchdown. Since parting ways with the Cowboys, Smith has bounced around the league and struggled to produce at the level he did during his heyday in Dallas. He had brief stints with the Green Bay Packers and New York Giants, but saw limited game action. The New York Giants brought Smith back in 2022 and he seemed to find his rhythm again. He played 13 games with 11 starts, totaling 74 tackles, a sack and a fumble recovery. Smith became an anchor in the Giants' defense, leading the linebackers with 724 defensive snaps, including the playoffs. This season, he was signed to the Saints practice squad before being released. The Raiders picked him up, but finally released him on November 22. Perhaps a change of scenery with a Pittsburgh Steelers team that has plenty of defensive talent could revitalize Jaylon Smith's career. Only time will tell. Cowboys Rookie Report 2023, Hunter Luepke gets a lot of attention. The Dallas Cowboys were significantly more competitive this week against the Miami Dolphins, losing the game only in the last second. That meant a better overall effort from everyone, including the rookie class. Unfortunately, one of them came to prominence for the wrong reasons early in the game. Let's break it down. IDL Mazi Smith. As good as Mazi Smith was last week, he took a clear step backwards this week. He played in 26 defensive snaps, once again ranking second among interior defenders in total workload, and most of them coming against the run. But unlike last week, Smith often lost the leverage battle and was pressured a bit. Smith also didn't do much with his opportunities as a pass rusher. After receiving his first career sack last week, Smith saw a good portion of pass rush repetitions, but didn't get any pressure. In the context of all his work this season, it's easy to consider this game a rare failure for Smith, but still frustrating to see it at the end of the year. Luke Schoonmaker may or may not have been demoted to TE3 now that Peyton Hendershot has been more up-to-date since returning from injured reserve. He played 13 offensive snaps, 3 fewer than Hendershot, and acted mainly as a blocker. He caught his only target of the day for 4 yards, which is noteworthy because Hendershot failed to hit either of his 2 targets. The battle between the two could continue to unfold before the start of the postseason. No way, Day. Cowboys breaking up, DT signs with rival. Frisco. It's certainly the San Francisco 49ers position that due to injury they need a defensive tackle. Apparently, it's the Dallas Cowboys position that their needs are in the same place, not so much. Sebastian Joseph-Day, who was waived by the Chargers at the end of last week, is signing with the Cowboys' rivals in San Francisco, bringing to that lineup some talent to stop the run, some talent to harass the QB, and some Super Bowl experience. The Niners have dealt with some injury problems in recent weeks with D-line players Javon Hargrave and Arik Armstead, so adding veteran depth makes sense. But Cowboys critics will surely wonder why Dallas, with Jonathan Hankins' ankle still out and rookie first-round pick Mazi Smith now being rushed into action, hasn't made a similarly successful move. Joseph-Day has played in all 14 games for the Chargers this season, recording a career-best 3 sacks and a career-best 11 quarterback hits. He was apparently waived for cap reasons, as he is playing on a 3-year, $24 million contract signed with the Chargers in 2022 after winning a Super Bowl with the Rams the previous season. You'll never guess who Micah Parsons sees as the Cowboys' next big threat. There's a lot on the Dallas Cowboys' remaining 2023 roster, but Micah Parsons is already looking to the future. The star quarterback analyzed the future playoff field in his web series The Edge and had particularly kind words for the Chicago Bears. Although the proud Windy City franchise has endured a difficult season, Parsons believes happy times are on the horizon. The Bears really will be a very good team, a legitimate playoff team next year, Parsons said. They can win in the NFC North. I think this team can legitimately be a top team in the playoffs. When the regular season ends in a fortnight, Parsons may not be alone in labeling the Bears as a team outside the playoffs that could make the leap in 2024. Chicago is currently in a curious position, where it holds the 1st and 8th picks. On the active recruiting board for next spring, the first pick resulting from a trade with the 2-13 Carolina Panthers. Although the Bears, 6-9, may need a lot of help to jump into the next round of the NFC playoffs, 2 games behind wildcard finalists Los Angeles and Seattle, they have won 4 of their last 6 in a sequence that includes a 28-13 victory over division champion Detroit on December 10. What did you think of this news? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any Dallas Cowboys news. Thank you.